day. It's Domain Dave, again, from cheapwinefinder.com. After taking a couple of days off, I went through the whole pandemic thing without a sick day, and I got a COVID shot, and the side effects got me a little bit. And I wasn't sick, but I didn't feel like drinking wine. Pretend I didn't say that. But I'm back, better than ever. And today we've got what do we got here? I always have to look. Angeline Vineyards, Sonoma County Reserve, Sauvignon Blanc 2019. Angeline is one of the brands from Ray Vineyards and Winery, which was founded in the early 1940s under the tutelage of Paul Masson. You might, I don't know if anybody remembers Paul Masson, but Orson Welles used to have the commercial for them, and when they were on their bad years, where they would have no time, wine before its time. But Paul Masson and Martin Ray were the people who brought Burgundian single variety wines to California, helped popularize it. Before that, it was basically Bordeaux blends, Rhone Valley blends. There was a couple, the Italian flavored or Italian winemakers were doing single varietals, but the French ones were all blends, and this was kind of the start of that. And Martin Ray lasted from the early 40s to the early 70s, and Courtney Benham restarted the vineyard in the 90s, and it's still going today. And Angeline started out as their by the glass, for restaurants wine that turned into their store brand. And not that Martin Ray isn't a store brand, but more affordable. And they do single varietal California wines. And I'm going to take a sip because it's Sauvignon Blanc, and I like my Sauvignon Blanc. It's from a variety of vineyards, which is, expensive Sauvignon Blanc or any wine, but I'll just talk about Sauvignon Blanc, comes from maybe one or two very unique vineyards that have certain qualities to their grapes. There's only so much. It's one or two vineyards, so there's only so much to go around, and that's the expensive wines. When you have the value-priced wines, you have to kind of create your own complexity. So you get, some of these came from the Russian River Valley, which are some of the grapes, which is a cool weather area, for the most part, and then some from Dry Creek, and some it's from Sonoma County. So you bring these different elements together, you blend them all, you ferment them all separately, and then you blend them. And if you do that right, you create a wine of really wonderful complexity and flavors. You can bring different elements all into your wine just by blending. The winemaking is kind of science. The best scientists make the best wines, but the blending happens with all wines, not just wine blends, and even single varietals, unless it's one block from one vineyard, which doesn't happen all that often. So there you go. You can make inexpensive wines. I think I found this for $11.99. It says reserve on the label. Reserve doesn't actually mean or have a definite meaning in California. Usually wineries use it as to let you know it's different from the other wines in its wine, but it doesn't actually have a definition. So there you go. This is a really good wine. It tastes great. It's not as big and bold. I'm not going to take another sip. Like the nose, and the flavors aren't as big as bold as, say, New Zealand. It's not as bright and as live as Loire Valley and Sancerre and those kind of things. But it's well balanced and delicate. It's got great acidity, and it's really kind of nice in its own right. So why it might not, like the wine aficionados, just love certain kinds and kind of turn their noses up at other kinds. Yeah, I think it's only because they don't drink the other kinds. They kind of stick to what they know. And if they went out looking around for different Sauvignon Blancs to drink and different price points to enjoy, they probably blow their minds, but that's another story. So this is a really nice Sauvignon Blanc. If you like fresh, bright, juicy, well-balanced wines and maybe a little tired of the bold, over-the-top New Zealand varieties and you're not really quite sure where to get the French ones, this is a pretty good choice. I liked it. I would say it's delicious. So that's it for me. Domain Dave, cheapwinefinder.com. All recovered from my shot, even though I never got COVID. I did get sick from the shot. A little bit anyway, not too much. And that's that. Got another interesting wine, hopefully, coming up in a day or two. I'll try to pick up the pace since I was off for a couple of days. And adios, keep it cheap, be safe, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. Bye-bye.